We figured it out. Ah. Nope. Nope, that won't work. All right. We're a little late today. Hopefully the computer's not dead. Hello? Good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Old Guys Meeting. Hey, thank you, Dennis. Good evening. Whew, it's gonna be shorter live. I gotta get to bed. I'm tired, but that's okay. I'm here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get started. I don't think there's anybody here. I'm not even gonna explain myself yet, except for you guys that already know what I'm doing. Not killing me. Not killing me. I just haven't adjusted to this new sleep schedule. When I say sleep schedule, I'm getting significantly less sleep than I was used to. Several years ago, I could do this all day. I was like the Captain America of mead making. Today, though, building up to that again. Building up to it. We're going to get there. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. I have no ticker, so that means one of two things. One, nobody's here, like up here, or something's going funky again. So if you see people there, let me know, because as of right now, I don't know who's here. There's no ticker at all. I see Rogue. Hello. So I'm assuming there's just a million people watching. It's probably somewhere around there. If you round up to the nearest million, that's where I'm going to guess it is. Hello. Close enough. 7 or 3. Somewhere in between would be fine. Welcome to the Old Guys Meeter. If you're just jumping in and you don't know what I do, I make mead. Every single Saturday, come out with a brand new batch of mead. Falls into one of 4 categories. I'm either making mead influenced by the original 13 colonies of the United States, pop culture, holidays, or the Norse gods and goddesses. But tonight, on Wednesdays, I show you a different step of the mead making process live. Tonight, I'm going to be starting a pretty amazing batch of mead that was suggested by a TikTok subscriber, and I will tell you all about it when we get started. Here in about 9 minutes, about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to get started. I'll rearrange the camera so you have a little bit of better view of what I'm going to do. And I'm going to start a batch of mead. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, my initial process. This is called the primary, so the beginning part of the mead making process. I will be sealing everything up, and we will be getting everything ready where it'll sit and ferment for a few weeks. This is what we call, like I said, the primary process. And the whole thing will take less than 10 minutes. So stay tuned. I can't wait to show you. The drink of the gods. You got it. You got it. You're in the right place. Should be a lot of fun, though. And I can't wait to get started. Like I said, we're going to start that at 9 o'clock exactly. Right afterwards, though, like I said, I'll rearrange the camera. I'm going to introduce myself like you're not here because I like to clip that portion of the video out and repost it tomorrow. And then afterwards, again, I'm going to rearrange the camera back to where it is now. So I'll say goodbye. I don't know why. I'll say goodbye, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to have one more drink with you. My goal, though, go to bed by 9:30. That's my goal. Sometimes you guys keep me from my goal, but that's okay. I will forgive you if you do, and it'll be fine. Hello, Evan. Good to see you. Saber Moon Tier, good to see you as well. Tonight might be relevant for you. I don't think it's possible. If it is, I don't know how to do it, to tag somebody in a live. But I would say you should stay for a few more minutes, at least. Hello, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. An hour ago. Yeah, but you can watch me in your pajamas. I know many do. I'm assuming all the ladies do it that way. I don't know what you do in your spare time, but if I were you, I'd be watching me while I was in pajamas. I've been really awesome. How have you been, sir? It has been a wild ride, and it keeps going all over the place. So I'm having a good time. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know who's a lady or not out there. I just know what I know, and that's very little. But that's okay. I do know how to experiment, and I know how to make some pretty decent meads. Although once I make a decent mead, I don't replicate it, as you know. So I guess that's useless knowledge. If you're mentioning Detroit's, Michigan's Renfest, yeah, I'll be there. 11 days straight. Mm-mm. Don't do that. I mean, I know, like, we got to do that sometimes. I don't like it, though. I don't like hearing about it. I don't like hearing about it. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you're here now. I don't like it. I think I gotta fix some things on TikTok. I usually when I'm on these lives, I'm pulling up TikTok on my PC as well, or my laptop, and I'm not seeing the same stuff I see on my phone. So I'm gonna have to look at some of those playlists. I don't think they're updated correctly. Hello, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. In about 5 minutes, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna make some mead live. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to show you. Should be amazing. We'll see. Hmm. Probably not the farm fed. Shoot me another direct message. I don't think I can make it though. I don't think so. But I'll definitively figure it out like this week. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Let's go. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Good evening. Oh, guess what, Dennis? Look. I told you I was buying some whiskey this week. I went out and did it. We're ready to go. Ready to go. Mm-hmm. So the problem is I'm in Michigan the first weekend, and then I'm in Tennessee the last weekend. Um, I don't know if I can make it fly. I don't know. I really want to, but I don't know if I can make it fly. How hard it is? It's really hard. It's really hard. Dennis and I talk about it sometimes via text. It's incredibly hard. Incredibly hard. But, if it's not hard, is it worth it? That's kind of how I look at it. So, every step that you make is a step towards. And, yeah. Pain whiskey? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I love me some bourbons. I'm not a big fan of rye whiskeys, but I love bourbon. This is my go-to favorite. This is Michter's out of Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, Kentucky, as they say there. I had the pleasure of touring their little facility and fell in love with it. And yeah, that's my go-to. This is my go-to, like sipping bourbon. Like if I'm making cocktails or something else, I'm far less picky. This is my sipping one. Von Payne. Oh, I mean, it sounds like it's fancy. No, Saber. I not tonight. I have plenty of it left over. I'm just tired of drinking that garbage. I do have that, and I have some Hypnotic, which is like a really pretty blue. If you've never seen Hypnotic before, I have some of that too. So we're going to alternate. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, in about 2 minutes, we're going to get started. I'm going to rearrange the camera. We are going to make some mead live. I'm going to explain it all as I'm going. So don't worry if you don't know anything about mead making. I'm about to show you what the few parts that I do know. It is suggested by somebody that's in the comments right now on the TikTok side. So stay tuned. At the end of this project, that person, if they're willing to, provide an address for me, not now, later, I will ship them a bottle of it, maybe another surprise or two with it, and yeah, for free on me, for being an amazing help, an amazing supporter of what I do. So stay tuned. It's coming in a couple minutes. 1 minute. Good evening. If you're just jumping in, we're going to start making some mead live. Don't forget, do me a few favors while I'm going. I'm going to move the camera a little bit further back so you can kind of see everything. I'm going to be talking the whole time. I will not be reading your comments for two reasons. One, I'm going to be talking the whole time. Secondly, my eyes don't work like that anymore. I won't see you. But feel free, talk amongst yourselves. The more comments, the better. Obviously, hit like until your thumbs are tired, and then switch to a different finger. That's what helps the algorithm, gets us going, and many people seeing it as possible. So if you can do those two things, that'd be amazing. And then, I'll give a quick little synopsis as things are going about what I do as well, and some of the upcoming stuff that you'll have to look forward to. So, actually, that I have to look forward to. I get the pleasure of sharing it with you, and I hope you enjoy it as well. But it should be a lot of fun. Lots and lots and lots of likes. It's free for you, other than sore fingers. All right, I'm C901. You guys ready? I'm moving the camera. Dennis, you're going to have to argue with me whether it's straight or not. Boop. Give me a second. All right. How are we looking? Don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it! Alright. How are we looking? No? Still no. Still not liking it. Better? I feel like we got to do this. Boom. Now we like it. Do we like it now? What's up, Tall Try? He says it's straight. That's what she said. He also said it's straight. All right, that works. All right, go. All right, guys. Again, like I said, I'm going to introduce myself while you're not there. Don't be offended. That's for the people watching it tomorrow, or you if you watch it tomorrow. I feel like it's super crooked, but we're going to run with it. I don't care. And Skull, thank you so much for letting me be here. I really enjoy it. You guys ready? I'm ready. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Tonight we're starting a very special batch of mead. This is from my amazing TikTok subscriber, Sabermoon Tier, who suggested this chamomile tea and vanilla. So we're going to do this in 2 steps, so you're going to have to come back in the future. Tonight I'm going to be making the tea mead, but I also got this amazing, really cool, organic vanilla extract that we're going to add in the bottling process. So it's going to be towards the very end. Should give us a really nice, awesome, like, after taste or back sweeten, if you will. So if you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. Independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. Your ancestors drank mead, so including Sabers. And again, thank you so much. I will be shipping Saber a bottle of this when it's all done. So if you want an amazing bottle of mead, all you got to do is subscribe to my TikTok channel, and then I will put every week that I'm starting a brand new batch, I put up a subscription only post so they can argue out what flavors they want to see, and whoever suggests the coolest one or the easiest ingredients to get on a very short notice, they win. So, like I said, Saber's getting a bottle of this. Thank you so much for your suggestion and amazing support. So, I've done a couple things before I got started. One, and the most important, everything that you see that's going to touch my meat in any fashion tonight has been sanitized. It's a very important step of the meat making process. I am going to be using yeast to ferment some sugars, and that yeast likes the same environment as some really gross things, including a few different molds. So we want to make sure everything is clean and sanitized before you start meat making. I've also measured out 3 pounds of honey into this pot. 3 pounds exactly-ish. Don't let anybody tell you how to make mead. Follow your heart. So it's 3 pounds. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in this tabletop little stove here. You're going to hear it beep. I am going to add in about ½ gallon of water to this honey. This step isn't necessarily necessary. However, it is going to make it incredibly easy to dissolve the honey into the water here. So we are going to warm this up until the honey dissolves. I am going to watch that temperature pretty closely, though. You do not want the honey to boil. The yeast does have a temperature tolerance, and you can't kill it. So we want to make sure that we don't get too hot here. Hopefully that fan isn't too loud for you. While we're waiting for that to start and warm up, I actually already separated 10 bags. 10 bags of this chamomile tea. And we're going to add in all 10, just to the bucket, just like that. I already removed the little tags. They're for, like, you know, a cup. We're using it for a bucket, so I used 10 of them. If you don't know what chamomile is, neither did I until today. Well, yesterday. I ordered some yesterday to make this amazing meat. Again, thank you, Saber. It's basically like a medicinal, like, tea. It can help all kinds of things, including like muscle stress, insomnia. Like this might be the most relaxing tea we've ever made. The relaxing mead that we've ever made. I'm going to add in the other ½ gallon of water to that. Those little tea bags are made out of like a very similar thing to like a cheesecloth. They're not going to hurt anything. They will not dissolve. You'll see. Me ripping off the little tags kind of pops them open anyway. So that tea's going to free form in there as it wishes to do. And we're going to stir until our honey is completely dissolved. It's actually pretty close already. It doesn't take much. As you know, honey dissolves pretty quickly. But again, if you don't know what mead is, it's made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. But there is every combination in between. I make a brand new batch of it every single Saturday. I never miss Saturdays, and I never replicate recipes. Every single one is brand new. This coming Saturday is batch 130, so that's how much you've missed so far. Every single batch I do is also absolutely free to replicate. My recipes are always posted in the descriptions. You can follow it exactly and make your own at home. I encourage you to. The mead making community has been absolutely amazing. It's the best group of guys and gals that I've ever encountered, and I'm so grateful to be able to share what I'm really passionate about. Alright guys, we're almost there. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this guy here. And as you see, the honey is very dissolved in here. We're going to go ahead and combine the two. We're going to ditch this guy here and recenter. Close enough. Now I'm going to add in yeast. This is D47. This is a wine yeast. This is semi-sweet yeast. You can get these on Amazon or any of your local brewery supply stores. This whole packet is about 5 grams. We're going to add in about half, 2.5 grams-ish. Again, measure with your heart. It also doesn't hurt to put the whole bag in there. Yeast actually has a couple different tolerances. One of them is temperature, so make sure your mead at all times stays within your temperature range of your yeast. The other one's alcohol. So even if you have a lot of yeast in there, once the alcohol hits a certain level, your yeast will stop reproducing anyway. We're also going to add in half a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. This is basically a sodium thing in there. You know, it makes the yeast happy. Just do it. Trust me. Now we're adding our fermenting lid to our 2-gallon fermenting bucket. As you see, this is a regular bucket lid. It's got a little hole in it. I'll show you why in a second. We're going to use a rubber mallet to seal her up. You want it nice and tight. You got to be airtight so that yeast does not get contaminated with anything else. We're going to plug that hole with our thumb. No jokes. And give it a good shake. Make sure that all that yeast kind of gets dissolved in there as well, so it can start doing its job. A little wipe here. All right, last step. We're going to add in our 3-piece airlock. These are much easier than the typical S-shaped airlocks you see. These guys here, these work. They work. These are easier. 3-piece airlock. There's a little straw in there. That little cap goes, and we're going to fill this about halfway full of water. Now, the yeast will start eating the sugars inside that honey and will produce 2 things. One, carbon dioxide, which will leak out that straw under the water and then out into the atmosphere. And secondly, the alcohol, which we'll retain in the bucket. And we'll get a nice, pretty amazing mead here in a few weeks. So come back in about 3 weeks. We're going to be racking this mead. After it's done fermenting, you'll know, because this thing will stop bubbling. And we're going to rack it into a 1-gallon glass carboy where I'll let it sit for a few months. And that'll clarify and become one of these amazing looking meads that you see here. And then we're going to bottle it in that last step. And I will taste it live here and tell you what I think of it. And then I'll ship a bottle straight to Sabre for being an amazing support and giving this amazing suggestion. We're going to keep this vanilla with it. We're going to add in some of that in the bottles. So stay tuned. I'm back every single Wednesday live to show you a different step of the mead making process. So come back next Wednesday. I'll put an event up on TikTok so you can register for it right away. So I'll shoot you some reminders. And as always, every single Saturday, brand new batch of mead. You're going to want to come back this Saturday. I'm making, it's falling into my category of 13 colonies meads. I'm doing a New York mead. New York mead. And it's not what you think. You're going to be pleasantly surprised if you're from New York. Believe me, I was tempted to insult you. Not going to. I'm going to make you proud instead. So come back and see my amazing New York mead. Saturday, I'm sorry. And I'll be back next Wednesday live. So come back so we can say hi. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for letting me do what I do. It's been an amazing trip so far, and I can't wait to see what's in store. Most importantly, I can't wait to show you what's next. So I'll see you all real soon. Skull! We did it. Ah, we did it. Hopefully, is Sabre still here? I know. I feel like I did properly. Oh, yeah, you are. Thank you. Sabre, I hope this is amazing. I can tell you that the tea is incredibly intriguing. I never heard of this before. Obviously, you have something in your brain that made you think of this. I would love to know what. Because chamomile, and I looked up the pronunciation of it. I think it's pretty close. Chamomile. Just like it's written. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking tea. Very relaxing tea. So, we're going to add some vanilla towards the end, and I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I've made a few different teas before. I have no idea what this tea tastes like. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing, though. We'll see. Hello, but thank you, Sabre. You're getting a bottle of it, so you can tell us, too, what you think of it. If you just joined us, sorry you missed it, but I'll repost that portion of the video tomorrow, hopefully. If TikTok allows me to, process it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Almond. You have almond out. That's to help sleep. Well, maybe this is the most relaxing meat ever. Hello. Hey. I mean, that was one of the things. Like, I was Googling it this afternoon, and yeah, it's supposed to be amazing. Eat, drink, and live happily is what it says on the box. So maybe it's even a good brand of it. I don't know. All right, good, perfect. It's got Dennis's stamp of approval on it. It should work. It should work fine. I don't know. These batches are always a lot of fun for me. Because I obviously work incredibly hard. I do a lot of research to try to come up with some pretty amazing batches for Saturdays, and it's challenging. It's challenging. I go several months out, obviously planning stuff, and some of those videos that you see are recorded literally 6 months before you see them. So it takes a lot of organization and juggling. It creates a level of stress that's very unique to like this process. These Wednesday batches, though, intrigue me like on the other end of the spectrum. They still stress me out, but it's because I want it to be like better than the stuff I usually make. I have so much fun, and the amazing support is like, you don't know how much it means. You don't know how much it means. And yeah, I want them to be like the best batches ever. So if you're gonna suggest something in the future, don't be afraid to suggest crazy stuff, because I love doing that. I love doing that. I just I have to make it. I have to make it awesome. Because you guys have seen, I usually vanilla extract. It's going. I'm pouring the whole bottle in the bucket. I'm not doing that this time. I want Saber to enjoy this. So I'm gonna do one of those rare. It's not really a back sweetening, but I'm definitely gonna do a little bit of flavoring in the bottle, and yeah, we're gonna see where it goes. We're gonna see where it goes. I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's gonna be pretty awesome though. So yeah, if you want your own batch, there's 2 ways to get them on the TikTok side. One of them is subscribe to these lives. You get a really awesome nameplate like Dennis is right there. Everybody that subscribes gets one of those amazing Mead nameplates, and that's fun in itself. I get to see those better than I see all the other comments. However, you get one more amazing thing. You get access to my subscription-only posts where I'm looking for suggestions for these Wednesday batches. I always pick the flavor out of those, and then whoever's flavor I pick gets a bottle of it sent to them on me. It's my very small thank you for your support. So subscribe to my lives, and you may get a bottle of your own. It's highly likely, because we're in the infancy of this little test, and people are really enjoying it. So there's not a tremendous amount of people to outweigh you at this point. I hope there is one day. For me, not for you. But if you want your own bottle of Mead made by me, that's a surefire way to do it right now, because I have to say thank you. The other one is I have a pop culture post pinned. So if you are familiar with the categories that I do, every Saturday I come out with a brand new batch of Mead. It falls into one of 4 categories. This coming Saturday is my 13 Colonies Mead. I started that with a Virginia Mead. I made a peanut mead. Go back and watch it. Really awesome. This next one is inspired by New York. Some of the 13 Colony Meads are influenced by ingredients or flavors or palettes that were available or popular during the founding of our United States. Some of them are more modern stereotypes. New York is coming up this Saturday, so stay tuned. I also do holiday meads. I've done a lot of those, so go back and watch all of those, please. I started that with New Year's. I made peach mead. I made peach Bellini mead cocktails. Amazing. I did Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, Father's Day, July 4th. The next one is Labor Day, so stay tuned. It's in a couple weeks. You're going to love it. Should be an amazing mead. I also started my Norse gods and goddesses line. So I started that with the goddess Freya, and then I just did the god Balder last week. So if you're familiar with the Norse gods or mythology, yeah, I make meads that I hope are worthy of their attention. So there's been an amazing few of those, and I've got some amazing, like, endless list going forward. So jump back in and watch all those. And lastly, I make a pop culture series. I started out with a very simplistic Skyrim mead that you can replicate at home. And then we did a Star Wars mead. I'll show it to you. This Star Wars mead. I think this was suggested by somebody named JD. So he's getting a bottle of this, right? Look at that Star Wars mead. It is Blackberry Galaxy. That's what I officially named it. So, yeah, if you want to pop culture mead, anything that influenced you, pop culture-wise, movies, TV shows, video games, books, whatever it is, put a suggestion in that pin post, comment in that pin post, and if I pick yours, same thing, I'll ship you a bottle of it when it's all done. I'll tag you across the process so you get all the credit for it, and it'll be awesome. I'll ship you a bottle of it. That's it. That's all I got, guys. Amazing, right? But this week will be fun. This week is my New York mead. I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest with you, because I feel like New York should bring really high expectations, and I hope I hit them. But it's not what you think. It's not what you think. I felt like New York was so easy, right? You could jump in. You can use stereotypes. You can really, like, it'd be an easy one to do. I didn't want to go that route, so I picked something a little bit more challenging, I think, and something that I don't think is as predictable at all. So stay tuned. I think it's going to be worthy of the New York honor, though. I think people from New York will respect it. I'll get a little respect out of it. We'll see. Comes out this Saturday. My New York mead. And if you really like, those 13 colonies, or if you really want a mead by your state, make sure and love those 13 colonies meads, because if they do well over the 13 states I will be doing more states across the United States. I don't know. It'll take forever, obviously, because I do about one of those a month. So to get through all 50 states will take a while. I will probably, we'll put polls or something. I don't know. Make people vote on it. Which state do you want to see the most? So, I know you'll judge my meads. That's why I love you, though. I need somebody to judge what I'm doing. The Lemonhead mead, it's going to be so amazing. You are going to be so shocked on how amazing it is. So, you started it last week. Which yeast did you use? If it's bubbling at all, though, you have fermentation, active fermentation going. So don't be alarmed. There's a lot of variables in there. But what yeast did you use? And corkers. Yeah, you can judge all the corkers. Especially those floor corkers for all those old guys. Really old guys. D47. Okay, that's what I used to. Double check the temperature in your room, but like I said, if it's bubbling at all, you have fermentation. Like, it is fermenting. That means everything inside is still sealed. It still means that it's not contaminated. So you're in good shape. If you're having bubbles, you're in shape. Sometimes, it just bubbles where it wants to. I don't know how to explain it. There's obviously a science behind it. Temperature has a lot to do with it. The room temperature, the temperature your meat is a factor. If it gets too close to that temperature tolerance, obviously fermentation will slow, and same thing if it gets too hot. So maybe that's what it could be. A 2-gallon fermenting bucket. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. I let it go until it stops bubbling. Sometimes it's a few weeks, sometimes a month-ish. But you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Guarantee it. You're gonna love it. Yeah, I say it a lot, but D47 is far less predictable than the yeast I used to use, which was EC1118. That yeast was super predictable. I obviously used it for a really long time though, so maybe that's why it was predictable to me. So I'm sticking with D47 for now. I want to switch off. I've been talked out of it a couple times, but as of right now, we're sticking to it. It's gonna be fine though. Yeah, I mean it's the if you use the same buckets that I do, the lids can warp over time too. I've actually replaced lids once. Um, I'm more careful now though, because I think it had more to do with drying them. Like when I would wash and clean everything, make sure they're flat when they're drying. That way they don't warp. But you can also just put, if Rogue's right, put something heavy on top. Just make sure the airlock is, not blocked by anything. Put some books or something on top, or a brick. Or if you're really patient, sit on it. Whatever. You can pretty tell. I know that the lids are stupid. You can just buy a new bucket with lid attached to it for almost the same price. But you're right, yeah, they're stupid. And they're really easy to make. If you order like bulk of the 3-piece airlocks, like you can get 12-pack. They if you order those, they come with the rubber grommets. So if you're handy enough, if you have a drill at home, you can just get regular like bucket lids and drill a hole through it and add the grommet into it. Pro tip. I haven't done it before, but it's been on my mind. Yeah. It's Dennis's pro tip. You just gotta be handy. Make sure the hole isn't bigger than the airlock. You're in good shape. The grommet will adjust if you're a little off. It'll be fine though. Don't worry. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I know it's a short live. I gotta get to sleep. It's gonna be a long week. I have a lot of fun stuff planned this weekend though. Personal stuff. I'll tell you about it on Sunday. Come back Sunday. 7 a.m. I'll be live. We'll be having some coffee, and I want to hear all about what you thought about the New York Mead. So come back on Sunday. It'll be a lot of fun. Get up a little early. You can still wear your pajamas. Dennis is wearing his pajamas right now watching me. So you guys can do it too. Yeah, New York Mead this Saturday. And then next Wednesday, we're going to be racking, I think, Terry's Mead, Richard Terry's Mead. No, we already racked his mead. It's going to be Dennis's mead. So, I'll figure it out. Yeah, us ladies do. Goodness gracious. You're making me blush. Yeah, I think, don't quote me yet, but I think we're going to be racking Dennis's mead next week. So, come back. It'll be a lot of fun. And I think that's all I got. Come back Saturday, like my videos, share them, talk about them with your friends, make sure they watch them too. You know the routine. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll put out some funny stuff. Friday I'll put out some cool stuff that'll give you some really great hints about this Saturday's mead. And then Saturday, I'll show you my New York mead. So, New York mead. I'll see. It's like a dead duck on my head. What is that? I don't like. Oh, it's a goose. I like it. I like it. Thank you for the goose. I'll see you guys all real soon. Have an amazing evening. Have wonderful dreams. And get up smiling tomorrow morning. Really important. The more you smile, the more people around you will. So, I'll talk to you then. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all real soon.